Hey, today I'm going to give you something really special, and that's something completely different compared to whatever I've done before. I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole into my world. So what am I going to be doing? We're going to be entering virtual reality, VR, and I'm going to show you some things that I've done in VR just because I'm a geek. All right, and I just love doing this sort of stuff, and I have a lot of fun with it. And I get my Oculus Rift S here, and it is great. So I'm just going to get things going. Just give me half a second here, and then we're going to start recording the screen in a few minutes, and I'll take you into my world. Okay, so here we go. I'm playing this game called No Man's Sky. For those of you who haven't seen No Man's Sky, it's like it's like the ultimate space exploration game. Like I must admit, I love exploring space and that sort of stuff, and this is like just unbelievable. I remember when I first had a go at virtual reality. Oh my gosh, the Walt Disney Imagineering Labs many years ago, and they had this huge device you put in your head, weighed a ton and all that sort of stuff, and I flew the magic carpet out of Aladdin. But now I'm zooming through space, and it really is phenomenal. So here I am. You're at my base, and you can see my hands, and I'm holding them up here, and which is pretty amazing. And this is the world I'm on. So these are launch pads I'm on that I've built in this game. And take a look around. It is just phenomenal. And there is one of my spaceships anyway. And here it is here. And you can see the engines in the back and all that sort of stuff rotating. And as I move my head, everything's there. And I've got some mining stuff. Oh, there's a critter down there. There's a couple of them, in fact. And, oh, my toxic protection's falling in my spacesuit. I've got a thing called a Minotaur, which I can climb into just here. So I can just point to it, and now I'm in this Minotaur, which is pretty amazing. And I can grab this handle here, and I can push out. So what you're finding in VR is it's very physical. And you're constantly pulling and pushing and doing all that sort of stuff. So this is my base, and I can go through the door. And inside my base, I've of course got a lounge. So if I have some friends around or something like that, we can sit down there and have a chat. And I've got my various alien critters, and I can wave to them. Hello, how are you going, alien critter? And my weapons master, and my scientist, and my agricultural dude. And then over the side here, I've got a guy who manages all my vehicles and things. Yeah, so there's a lot of things in this base I built, and it was my first base. Oh, well, actually my second, but there's a lot of things that you can sort of go around here. So I've got hydroponics and all that sort of stuff. And I've had a ball doing this. And so there's all these storage vaults. They look like great big vaults. And just across here, and I've set them all up, and there's all sorts of stuff in them, so I can open them up and I can see what it is that's there. But these things are just short-range teleporters, and I've got some batteries. Across the wall, just because maybe I'm a bit anal retentive, I built a whole switching system. These are switches I can pull. So I can, and they're all labeled and all that sort of stuff. So I can just pull a switch, so I can just point to it and toggle it, and I can shut it off, or I can turn it on, or I can turn it off, and that's the power flow, and I can turn it on. Yeah, so I can turn them on and off and all that sort of stuff. And through this little door, this gives me access to the Galactic Trade Terminal, and I can trade stuff and mine things and all that sort of stuff, so, which is pretty cool. So I got really excited about doing this and building it, and I must admit, when I first got virtual reality, I had lots of fun in just experiencing what you could do in it. This here is like a Stargate. Have you ever seen the TV show Stargate? That's an old TV show now. This is a Stargate, and I can teleport to other systems and that sort of stuff, or more bases of mine. But here we go. If I can go to the top of the base. Yeah, it might be easier if I just. And you can see up here. Hang on, here we go. Well, come on. And I've got a big radar dish because it's cool. Got to put some flags up, like why not? And there's all these solar generators, which is cool as well. And they're closed at the moment. That's why they're sort of flashing there. But in the daytime, they open up and I start generating electricity. But I've also got, if you can see right down the bottom there, looking down the bottom, I'm trying to point to it. There's this weird sort of contraption there, and there's all sorts of stuff. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer there. And you can see just there, and that's also a power generator for me. So that's pretty cool. But what I'd like to be able to do is jump in my spaceship. Oh yeah, I should mention one thing. You can see those, it says capital ship, your capital ship. All those ships up in space are actually mine. And I can land on those ships, I can do all sorts of things with those ships. So I'm gonna get in my spaceship because, hey, it's just really cool. And I'm gonna show you something really cool. And this is something I've just done recently because, you know what? Like I said, I'm a geek. And if we take a look, by the way, if we look down here, there's actually an alien sort of artifact just there. But look up there. Up there is another base. And I'm slowly building this new base at the top of a mountain. And that's a landing pad, so I can hopefully just land up there. So here I go, and I'm building this base at the top of the mountain. Now every planet in No Man's Sky is completely different. By the way, my spaceship is the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. So, but anyway, so if I'm looking here, I built glass floors so I can look down, and I can look across, and which is a little bit off-putting because if I stand on this piece of glass, I can look down, and that's like a few thousand feet. So I wouldn't want this piece of glass just to vanish from me. When I was building this, I had a few vertigo moments, and you can see just down there, there's the alien artifact way down there. And let's see if I can see the my other base. You can see my other base way out there. So it's a decent sized one. Yeah, so I'm slowly building this up. This base, I got a teleporter in here and all that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. And of course, I've got the galactic terminal. If I go out, I can actually go up the top here, and it doesn't go anywhere. So hang on. Yeah, that's a long way down. You do not want to fall off there. I have a friend of mine, he gets a bit of vertigo, and this is really vertigo inducing, let me tell you right now. But yeah, so there's my base in there. So this is the planet. This is what I have fun in. I sometimes just come into this world just to relax. And you may say, well, what do you mean? Well, we're in lockdown. So I've jumped back into my spaceship now. So we're in lockdown, and you know what? Being in lockdown is not fun. And so you've got to have some sort of way of just having a bit of fun on that sort of stuff and feeling like you're not trapped in your house because of COVID-19. And here I am. Like it's, it could be a little bit jittery because I'm recording on my computer and all that sort of stuff. So I do apologize for that. So I'm flying around, looking at different things, and I'll head up here. So I'm going to actually head into outer space now. And here I go. I'm getting closer to the spaceships. Like, I just remember the days when there was like text adventures and that sort of stuff. And now look what I'm doing. It's like being in a flipping Star Wars movie. Like, it's unbelievable. There's some other capital ships up there too. And I can fly around this. And each one of these spaceships are mine. And I can then land on it, and I can just go here. And here I am. I'm landing on my main capital ship, and you'll see there's my other ships and everything like that across here. You may say, well, aren't you a little kid? Yeah, my dad said to me, I thought you'd outgrow computer games, but I didn't realize computer games would grow with you. Like the computer games industry, by the way, there are my ships over there. The computer games industry is bigger than Hollywood by far. So the whole of Hollywood, so there they are there. And this is my big hangar, and there's my preferred ship that I just love to fly that around. But it's great, yeah. So my guess is oh, there you go. There's an alien who's just leaving. Yeah, because he came land on my ship, do some trade or something like that, which is pretty cool. So I'm a geek, yeah, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, so it's that's a sort of fun thing I like doing. I must admit, I probably have helmet here now. I must admit, I have a lot of fun in virtual reality and just doing stuff and just playing around and just trying things out, building new bases or visiting new worlds. Like, there's nothing quite like where you say hyperspace to a new world and no one has been there. Literally no one has been there. And you land and you discover new animals and that sort of stuff. And I have so much fun doing it, I must admit. There's times when I'm thinking about business problems and I'll just sit in I'll sit in my spaceship, looking at a black hole or something like that, and I'll just be enjoying myself as I'm pondering some sort of business problem. And you may think, oh, that's what kids do. Yeah, you bet. I think the internet, it was really built for kids, or kids at heart anyway, like me. I just love doing this sort of stuff. And I remember when No Man's Sky first came out, it was pretty average, and they've just continually added more and more to it and that sort of stuff. And it's a great game, and it's one that I just enjoy pottering around in. And some of the scenes that I've seen on different worlds. It'd be like Rutger Hauer at the movie Blade Runner. It'd be like, I've seen moonbeams skip off the shoulder of Orion. I've seen like sparkles on the Sea of Tranquility or something. It's like that, but I'm not leaving my home, therefore I'm not breaking quarantine. So if the authorities wouldn't really know that, hey, there's a member of the population who actually not just leaves their home, but transports themselves somewhere else in the world. So that's one of the things I do to get over COVID lockdown madness. And if any of you out there are playing No Man's Sky 2, I would love to connect and we could just like have some fun together. I must admit, there's some people in the domaining community who I know have Oculus headsets and stuff, or HT Vives. And we play together, and it's just great fun, and I really enjoy doing it. So anyway, have a great day, and that's a glimpse to my alter life. Thanks a lot, bye.